Because dreams play such a huge role in you being confident in your business. This is why I'm saying that spirituality, you merging spirituality into your business, is what's going to give you the confidence to actually make the hard decision. I want to tell y'all about incorporating spiritual law into business, using spiritual law to gain confidence to even start your business, to get over your fear of rejection, to go ahead on and put yourself out there. I want to go over a few different things. First of all, the word universita, the Latin word universita, really means business. Therefore, the universe itself is a business. You're always in business. You know how I know that? Because your business is your busyness and your occupation is what you occupy your time with. You already in business. So all the fears that you have about starting a business, you already are a business by yourself. You're here on business, as a matter of fact. You were given a mission, a purpose. There's something you're supposed to be doing. Mostly it's what you want to do. Mostly it's figuring out what you want to do. But what I'm saying is that you're already here on business. So for you to walk around thinking that I'm scared, I don't want to get out there, you already doing it. That's the first thing that you need to tell yourself. And the universe is not doing anything except for enforcing the contracts that you have in your head. You are in business with the universe. Woo! And it is your contract enforcer. It is likened to your police officer. Okay? That's where the astrology comes in at. Like there's certain zodiacs that represents being your police officer, like Saturn and Libra, the scales. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to say is that most people don't want to start a business, or they're scared to start a business because they have a fear of rejection. Here's how you can deal with that in your mind. You have to learn how to rephrase or reframe ideas in your mind. That is the whole key to getting over anything. It is about your perspective on it. So you have to reframe it in your mind. Do you know that you've already conquered everything that you could possibly be afraid of? How do you think you got here? How do you think that you got here? Everything that you did in the womb and getting to the egg and mating with the egg, that was you conquering your fear of rejection or ejection or ejaculation. Ejaculation. The ejaculation was the rejection or ejection. So you already conquered that. You just don't remember it. Okay? That's the one thing that I'm telling y'all, these are the things that I tell myself. That you already did that, Kamisha. That you already conquered that. You have no reason to be afraid of that. See, when you understand that spiritual law and the womb are the same thing, that all spiritual law is based on how the womb operates, this is how you can learn to reframe things in your mind. Everything. Because think about how you got here, right? You were a concept, a conception. When somebody gets pregnant, they call it a conception. They call it being conceived. This is how we can know that everything is based on the womb. So if all spiritual law is based on the womb, then all you have to do is think about what happened in the womb, and you'll be able to conquer every thought that you're having that's telling you that you can't do something. Because you'll know, well, shit, I already did it. You already did it. So now that we know that all spiritual law is really based on the womb, let's talk about that a little bit. Think about the word believe. is based on belief. That's what money is. The only reason why money is exchanged when people buy and sell things is because somebody had to believe it. See, I want you to pause for a second and think about the last thing that you paid for. I want you to think about the last thing that you physically went in your pocket or your pocketbook or pulled your wallet out and pulled your card out or pulled your dollar out or whatever. And I want you to think about what made you make that purchase. I can tell you. Because you believed that that thing, whatever that thing was going to help you do something. I don't care if you went and bought a damn Snickers from the corner store. You felt like it was going to give you some satisfaction. You felt like that Snickers was going to ease some type of chocolate craving that you were having. That's why you pulled your dollar out. Because you believed that Snickers was going to help you do something. So it's not about, sales is not about money. Money is the afterthought. Sales is about belief. I want you to come to the Command Your Throne conference, okay? The Command Your Throne conference is going to cover your health and wellness, because most entrepreneurs are just getting up and they on the run. I'm talking about myself too. There's been times I wake up in the morning and I'm right on Facebook and I'm right on Instagram and I'm right on TikTok. I ain't even ate. I ain't prayed. I ain't drank no water. Shame on me. But I know I ain't the only one, right? But that's why I'm bringing Shaneri in to talk about your wellness of taking care of yourself. Then I'm bringing Gigi in. This is the bomb part of it. I'm excited about this part. She's going to talk about how to incorporate astrology into your business. Do you know that your business has a natal chart? This event is going to be different than any other business event that you ever went to. And the reason why I created it was because I've been to these type of events where it's about business and it's about getting a bag and it's influencers there and they're talking about how they got their followers and all of us. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. Me, I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about how you are using magic. That's what I want to talk about. Teach me about magic. Teach me about how to use words to create my reality. Teach me how to use my imagination. Teach me how to use my dreams. Teach me how to go into, this is part of the Command Your Throne conference, following your dreams. Teach me how to go in my dreams and get the message that I need to get to tell me what to do in my business. That's what I want to know. Teach me about that. But I want you to think about the word believe, how the word believe have the word belly on the front of it, and it's the belly of Eve. So what is Eve? Eve is, forget about what you've been taught about Eve. Just throw that away. Just throw it away, okay? Eve is always representing the subconscious. Eve is always representing the darkness. Eve is always representing the evening, the night before. And the subconscious represents what happens before something comes into actual fruition, right? So believe is the belly of Eve. It's talking about the womb. And the womb mirrors the mind. So again, everything that you believe is what comes into fruition. See, even if you did start your business, let's talk to the people that did start their business and they feel like they're having a hard time making sales. People can feel you. When you don't really believe what you're selling, when you don't really have confidence in yourself, we are all connected, y'all. We are all one energy. And because we are all connected and we are all one energy, when you don't believe in yourself, neither does nobody else. This is the reason why some people can sell things that you be like, damn, and you bought that. Yes, because they actually believed. They believed it. This is why certain musical artists can blow up and their music might be trash. You know why? Because they believed. When you are talking to yourself, okay. At the Command Your Throne conference, because this is the stuff I'm going to talk about. how you integrate spiritual law into your business. A lot of people, you so worried about the algorithm and you so worried about the audience and the outside world. That shit is an illusion. Those people really represent what's inside of you. Every single cell in your body is representing the people that's outside of you. The cells in your body is your original audience.
Wow.
If you got a pen and a paper, I would write that down if I was you. Okay? So that's who you have to sell it to. It's not about the people outside of you. You have to sell it to your cells. When you sell it to your cells, they are going to create experiences for you because they are under divine law. Because they are going to start vibrating and sending out a message to the cosmos that's going to create vibrational matches for, come on now, that's going to create vibrational matches for you. This is what I'm talking about. When I said that I manifested 3 years in a row, people paying for me to host classes in their city. When I first started Self-Realization of a Goddess, I only had like 3 people in my class. Hello? I got pictures. Hello, somebody. When I first started, I didn't have 30 people in the classroom. By the time I got to my 3rd year and I did my class in Dallas and I did my class in Las Vegas, it was 30-something people in them classes. You know why? Because I sold it to myself first. Because I sold the idea that I am a metaphysician, that I am a teacher of divine law. I sold it to myself first. That is where your confidence really comes from. You being scared to go do it, it's because you haven't sold it to yourself. How many times, let me say, when you are making I am affirmations, be honest with yourself. Are you afraid to say I am XYZ? Are you afraid to say I am a nationally known I don't know, whatever podcast that you want to start? Are you, when you are saying these, are you afraid? And I'm only calling this out because I used to be afraid. When I first started, I was afraid to say I am a metaphysician. I was afraid to say I am a teacher. I ain't no different than y'all. I was afraid to say it. But the more that I studied universal law, like really studied it, the more that I studied the womb, the more confidence I got. And then guess what? Other people started reflecting it back to me. When I start saying I am a reverend, people call me Rev. Right? Shout out to all the people that acknowledge my title, that call me Rev, that respect my title, that respect my position. What I'm letting y'all know is that they are a reflection of what I told myself. I love them. They are a reflection of what I told myself. Now, guess what? This is not only happening with when you are making your I am statements and you are saying I am this, I am that. The other shit that you tell yourself in your head, people are saying that to you too. Or people are not buying from you because somewhere in your subconscious mind, you are telling yourself that ain't nobody gonna buy this. The class that you want to start, you want to teach a class on whatever, you are telling yourself, ain't nobody gonna sign up for this. Well, guess what? Ain't nobody gonna sign up for the class. Here's what I wanted to say too about for people that want to start a business, or maybe you already have and you have this fear of rejection. Here's what people normally do. And I do this too, okay? But I'm aware of when I'm doing it. I will distract myself. So like, for example, people will start a business and let me go start an LLC. Let me go get my EIN number. Let me go build my website. Let me, I don't know what else. Name some stuff, y'all, because I know y'all doing it. Let me go get my logo. You want to do all this stuff except for work on your confidence. See, like I said before, all spiritual law is based on the womb, and the womb is the believe. The womb is the belly of Eve. Okay? So if you don't get that part together, if you don't put 90% of your energy should be in you getting your confidence together. And don't think that I always had this confidence, and I still do. I still be, me and the devil be battling it up, okay? Don't think that we don't be battling. Don't think that we don't be battling. I be having to say, I sat back down. I ain't got to tell the devil, I said what I said. I said what I said. And it is. You are not going to convince me of nothing else, so go ahead, okay? So, instead of you putting all of your energy and your time and your money into, I gotta build a website, I gotta get my logo, I gotta do my graphic design, you spending all this time doing research instead of working on your confidence. Let's talk about how to work on your confidence. Okay? You need to meditate. That is where your confidence is going to come from. How is your confidence going to come from there? Because when you meditate, you are opening yourself up to start receiving messages from the divine. And that is what's going to give you your confidence. I tell the story all the time about how I quit my job, about how I was scared as to quit my job. Remember, I'm coming from 22 years at the post office. I'm making good money. Okay? But when I had that dream, baby, when I had that dream that said, go ahead and quit your job then. Say less. That's where my confidence came from. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell y'all right now, the Command Your Throne confidence, the Command Your Throne event that's coming up in August came from a dream. The Command Your Throne event is going to be about how to follow your dreams. I'm going to talk about this. I recently invested in a coach, but I'm going to tell you the reason why I did that. Because my intuition told me that in order for me to get to this next level, I had to do the very thing that I was going to be, the energy that I was going to be putting out. Meaning that if I'm a spiritual coach and a spiritual mentor, and I want to help particularly women get to the next level in their business, then I have to do the thing that I'm asking them to do. I have to invest in a coach. You can't be out here saying that I'm a millionaire and I'm a millionaire coach and I'm helping women or I'm helping people do blah, 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 and you haven't done it. And you want to sell $1,000 courses. Have you paid $1,000 for a course? So what I'm saying is that you have to be willing to have so much confidence in what you're going to offer, which is the vibration that's coming off of you, that you're willing to invest in it in yourself. It's an investment in yourself. It's really you being afraid of yourself. You're afraid of the unknown. Here's how you can reframe that in your mind. You already did it. You already did it. How can you be afraid of, watch this. You already knew it. You already knew or know what's going to happen because you already did it, because everything that's present is present. Right? Here's how you can also already know. You don't have to be afraid of the unknown. You don't have to be afraid of rejection, because the unknown, here's what the unknown, this door that's in front of you, that you're afraid to go through this door because you're afraid of the rejection. The door is really in here. How you get to the door? Like this. It's simple, but it ain't easy. You get to the door by closing your eyes and using your imagination. There's no fear if you're creating it. How can you be afraid of it if you're creating it? Think about that. If you're really on this live and you believe that you create your own reality, what is there to be afraid of? You're afraid that you're going to lose money. You're afraid that you're going to lose time. That's all part of molding and shaping the experience. Guess what? You're going to have a great story to tell. I can't wait to tell my $1 million story. I'm going to tell the story about when I went live and it was only 3 people on there. I'm going to tell the story about how I had a class and only 3 people showed up. I can't wait to tell that story. I can't wait to I'm excited to talk about how I failed. Get excited about talking about where you failed at, because that is going to be the story that's going to get you to where you made the $1 million. Even make it about money, because it's at the end of the day, like I said, it's about belief. The money is secondary. Nobody goes in their pocket to pull out their credit card or their dollar until they believe you. And the only way they believe you is if you believe yourself. And the only way you believe yourself is when you sit down and meditate and create the story in your mind. It all starts with you believing yourself. That is spiritual law. That is how you incorporate spiritual law into your business. You're afraid of being rejected? Guess what? You already did that. When your father ejected you or rejected you out of the womb, and you had to fight through all of the inside of your mother's womb, trying to kill you, trying to take you out, throwing all kind of bombs at you, because she wanted to make sure that you had the strength to actually create your reality. You dodged all of them bombs that was being thrown at you. You did it. You did it already. Now you here, you just remembering what you already did. I think I done said everything that I needed to say. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for being on here. Love y'all. And I hope to see y'all at the Command Your Throne conference.